Hey you guys, it's Peter and welcome to my channel, Peter's Reality TV Recaps and Opinions, better known as, and that's my opinion. But I think we'll save Tamra for another day because that is a whole mess of trouble over there with Tamra and Vicky and Shannon, and that is a whole video in itself. So today we are going to talk about the finale of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, a video that I have been waiting to make for over a week. If you guys have been keeping up with any of my social media, you know that I had some problems watching this finale. So we just got back from Mexico last night. And I was so excited. My husband and I went out to dinner that night. We were so excited on last Tuesday to watch The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. We got back to our room and we couldn't stream any of our shows. So I had put this out on social media. Let me just tell you the amount of DMs and messages and comments I got from people saying, Peter, you need to get a VPN. So just to clarify this for you guys, okay? For those of you that don't know what a VPN is, it's like a service where you can like stream in other countries. Like, this should be a sponsorship for a VPN. Anyway, we have a VPN. It wasn't working. We couldn't figure out what was going wrong with this VPN. We could not figure it out. It was the first thing I fixed when we got home last night, but we couldn't stream any of our shows while we were in Mexico. We couldn't figure out what was going on with it. We couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. We got it all figured out when we got home last night. So anyway, for all those people out there like, Peter, you need a VPN. I have done sponsorship for VPNs before. We have a VPN. I don't know a YouTuber or a Instagram or TikToker that doesn't have a VPN. So anyway, I never thought that this would be a problem. So anyway, so I was very, very excited to watch this. In fact, we flew from Cancun to Miami last night or yesterday morning, and we had a very long layover in Miami, and we went and stayed in, like one of those, like a hotel, like those airline, what do you call it, like those club rooms, and as soon as we did, we like hooked up our Wi-Fi and we like downloaded it immediately and started watching it. So Alex and he had some guac and I had some little cupcakes and stuff. We were sitting there and we were watching it side by side on our iPads. So I finally got to watch the finale of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and I have lots of thoughts. Okay, first of all, let's just get the elephant out of the room. I never for one second, so at the very, very end of it, Heather alleges that Jen Shah was the one that hit her on their trip from last season or whenever that was, okay? I never for one second doubted that. I mean, that's always what I thought had happened anyway. Apparently, Jen Shah has come out now and said that if there was any mention of it in the reunion, like put out cease and desist and all this kind of stuff, and that if they talk about it at the reunion. I do think it's interesting, like, Jen Shah put out this statement, and apparently she's very busy in federal prison. Apparently she's very busy in federal prison to keep up with what's going on with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. But anyway, she put out some statement because if you remember at the time, Andy Cohen wanted to sit down with her and do like a one-on-one, right? And she said that if Bravo knew at the time that she had hit Heather Gay, why would Andy ever sit down with her to have a conversation with her? Like, wouldn't she have been like immediately kicked off the show or something like that? But I'm going to do a whole video about that as well. So that video is coming as well about those allegations and what Jen Shah is saying. And I cannot wait until part one of the reunion tomorrow. These reunions where they span them out over 3 weeks and we got to wait each week. I'm like so over it. Right now, I'm binge watching Vanderpump Rules, trying to get through all the seasons before the 30th when it comes out. And to watch a whole season and watch a reunion like boom, 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 that is the way to do it, okay? To have to wait weeks on end for the reunion. So anyway, we're sitting, in this little airport club or whatever, and we're watching The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and I'm like, okay. So let's just talk about what it is that it comes out that, okay, so there's all this, this whole situation about the messages that Monica and Meredith were being sent from this fake Instagram account. Finstagram is what they call these accounts, I guess. These fake Instagram accounts, okay? And nobody knew who they were. But everybody, and I think I even said it in a video, kind of wondered if it wasn't Meredith because Monica wasn't even cast or on the show, or she was cast, but she wasn't on the show. Nobody knew she was on the show yet, right? So for her to be getting messages, it either had to be Monica or it had to be Meredith. Well, Meredith in the past had brought up stuff about Lisa Barlow from fake Instagram accounts, and there have been other fake Instagram accounts that have been brought into this whole storyline in the past and other seasons and things like that. So it kind of made sense that maybe Meredith had something to do with that, and that's what a lot of people were guessing, right? Well, apparently, Heather Gay's hairstylist, I don't know what her name is, Tamisha, something like that. She is, was also Monica's really, really good friend. And so she had, like, I guess what Heather called, I don't know, a good Christian moment or a moment of clarity or something like that, and decided to get honest with Heather and told Heather that Monica was actually behind this account called, was some spinoff of the Dita Von Teese, what was it, Reality Von Teese or whatever, where this account had really trolled the Housewives of Salt Lake City, but not only that, but primarily Jen Shaw, and getting information out about Jen Shaw and what a allegedly horrific person she was and all this kind of stuff. It was just Reality Von Teese trolling account. And apparently, this hairstylist had said that Monica was behind this account. Okay, now Monica comes out and says that this hairstylist, she was behind it too. And it was actually not one person, but it was several people, okay? Now, as somebody that in the last year has been dealing with a lot of this stuff behind the scenes, if you watch my drama video, if you know, you know. What's interesting to me is that Lisa Barlow, who has come out and said that she has a team of cybersecurity, okay, I don't have anything on that level of that expense, but it's real easy to find out IP addresses and to find out who's behind troll accounts and things like that. So I don't know, Lisa Barlow, who you're paying, but call me up, girl, because I got some names and numbers for you, because you can find out real quickly who's behind a YouTube account, who's behind an Instagram account, all those kinds. It's real easy to find out, okay? So I am not entirely sure that I believe that Lisa Barlow has a team of cybersecurity behind her, okay? Because if I can tell you right now, if I have looked into that stuff and it is real easy to find, then I am not entirely sure why they were never able to find this account before, okay? But apparently this account, this Reality Von Teese, okay, which has been trolling all of the members of the Housewives for a very long time, Monica is supposedly some part behind it. She says she's not the only one, but apparently there's all this evidence of like text messages between this hairstylist, and now this hairstylist is on Twitter and she's trying to get a name for herself and talk about all this kind of stuff and whatever, and she's coming out and saying stuff, and she was sending receipts to Heather about text messages between her and Monica. The whole thing is a mess, okay? The whole thing is a mess. And now Lisa Barlow, because somebody said to Lisa Barlow online about, well, we'll see how this all pans out next season if Monica's not there, and then Lisa said, yeah, we'll see you in season 5 or whatever, basically insinuating that Monica's not there. I'm not really sure how Bravo will be able to have somebody like that. Now, these are the things I will say, okay? This would have been the most boring ass season in the entire world had it not been for Monica, okay? There's a lot of people that are like, is Monica like purely evil, or is she the mastermind, or was she the MVP of the show and all that kind of stuff? Well, I do think that the storyline of Monica carried the whole season. Like, I think that she needed to be on the season. But what it makes me kind of wonder, and I was talking to my friend Nikki about this, and Nikki actually brought it to me, and I was like, yeah, I've kind of been thinking about that, was that we both kind of wonder if Bravo wasn't aware that, because they do extensive background checks, okay? Bravo and the production team do extensive background checks on these people before they are on the show, okay? The fact that Monica, with this fake account, was able to infiltrate this friend group, all right? Not only that, but get a snowflake and be on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City as a housewife with a troll account, okay, is like unbelievable, to the point of nothing we have ever seen on the Housewives before, you know? In all honesty, if I was one of the Housewives, I don't know that I would ever be comfortable going forward again with production, with the possibility that they may have known this for a storyline. I'm not saying that they did. I'm just saying it's very speculative to me that they do all these background checks on these Housewives and everything like that, and yet there was nothing. No one had ever sent them anything about the fact that Monica be like this, or could it possibly, allegedly, that they were letting this all go on so they could have this unbelievable storyline that would explode into what is honestly probably one of the, for television, greatest finales that has ever been seen on any Housewife franchise, period, in the story. Now, my husband thought it was pretty anticlimactic, and my friend Nikki said the same thing, and I've seen a lot of other people say the same things too. But the one thing you have to think about is this, right? Okay, anticlimactic, are we surprised that Monica is behind this? No, it doesn't really surprise me. I have to tell you, I really liked Monica. I thought she was a good addition to the show. I'm very disappointed in her, in all honesty. And I really love that Heather said what she said, is that through thick and thin, love us or hate us, we have stuck together as friends, and ain't nobody coming in and doing what Jen Shaw did to us again. We are not going to lose our friendships over that. I mean, in all honesty, Heather Gay was the MVP of the season by what she said at the final dinner. That was fantastic, what she said, okay? So I'm very disappointed in Monica, because having dealt with these kind of people myself, Monica is, honest to God, the lowest of the low, okay? That she would do this to another human being and put herself out there at the same expense, knowing that she was going to get exposed. I mean, Heather said she knew that she was going to have to get exposed. Monica even says on the show, like, I knew at some point this was going to come out. So you knew this was going to come out, and you didn't care that these people knew that you had attempted and tried to ruin their lives over discrediting things on lies. I mean, she was putting lies out there. It wasn't just factual information or videos that she was putting out there. She was putting lies out there. She was putting things to ruin marriages, to ruin lives, to hurt these people, okay? And since I cover this on my drama channel, and I'm going to say this, and I say this about other people over there, I'm going to say this about her. As a mother, okay, that she prided herself this season of being a single mother. This is what you're teaching your girls, okay, who are growing up in the world of the cyber world, that it's okay to be a troll and to have troll accounts to hurt other people. It's disgusting. It's absolutely 100% disgusting. I have no respect for Monica. The only respect that I have is the ability to infiltrate the Real Housewives, Bravo, and Salt Lake City, and this group of friends is like unbelievable to me on a level that I am just like, I can't even believe it whatsoever, right? Somebody's walking up here to give me something, so hold on, I'll be right back. I had a package that was delivered. But I don't even know that I think that respect is the right word, because I don't really respect her for it, you know? It's just unbelievable to me, the fact that she got away with this for so long, you know? And then you see like all these other people that are saying like, oh, that they're the queens of Bravo, which I follow that account. But like, these are people that are like, I don't know, it makes the other Bravo accounts that are just kind of like bringing awareness to what's going on with the show, it makes them look really, really bad. I mean, I think it's important to be aware that this account that Monica was doing wasn't just like a Bravo fan account that was bringing attention to things that were happening on the show. Like, she was like spreading things behind the scenes. What I do want to know is she throws Angie K under the bus and says that a lot of these women were laughing and interacting with this account. If that's true, if that comes out, and Heather took such issue with this reality Von Teese, but then Monica has DMs because she said, oh, more will be shown, more. What's she going to do? They're going to give Monica her own show? They're not going to give Monica her own show. I don't care how good a television Monica can bring. If they have her on another season, if I were one of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City going into season 5, I'd say she's on or I'm on, but I'm not filming with her. I would never film with Monica again. I wouldn't trust her. I couldn't. How could you trust her, right? And I don't think that she's needed for, I think she served her purpose for this season of bringing great television, but showing what a really lousy human being that she is. And she really is. I mean, let's just be for real, right? And then it makes you wonder, like, I mean, all this stuff is coming out about her relationship with her mom. And it's like, well, what's real? What wasn't? What was for the storyline? You know, you like fake these friendships. She faked all that. I mean, the whole thing is so sad. It really is. All for your need to get fame. Or was it really about the fame? Was it really to throw in these people's faces that you could really do them dirty behind the scenes? Because I really think that that's what it was. I think she really wanted to show them face to face, I got one over on you. Well, that's really sick. Like, we've never seen anything like this on the level of the Real Housewives ever. But I have to tell you right now, like, it's unbelievable to me that Bravo or the production team or nobody had any clue. You didn't go into look any of this stuff back up. I mean, I have heard that behind the scenes on any of these Bravo reality shows, the background checks they do of these people's social media and going in and in and in, that's probably the reason why Monica couldn't do it alone. That she had, and she says this hairstylist was the other person running it with her. That has to be why, because it would have to be in that person's name, because if they looked and did a background check on Monica's stuff and this stuff was in her name, it would be flagged immediately and she would never have gotten a spot on the show. So it has to be in somebody else's name. You guys, these background checks, they are not that hard to do, okay? I know these troll accounts think that they can hide behind pictures of flowers and petals and salt. You guys, it's just really not that hard to find out, okay? It just really isn't. And what's crazy to me is, just with people that have sent me stuff, the fact that you all couldn't piece things together behind the scenes and kind of figure out who this person was, that it was somebody in Salt Lake City. If it was somebody in Salt Lake City, who was it? Who had inside knowledge? I mean, it would have been easy to do that. That it took this whole season. So then, did they know more about it throughout the season going forward? And I want to know, when she looks at Angie K and says, well, you're part of this too, what's Angie K's involvement? Because Angie K was willing to throw her husband and have him under. I don't think Angie K has that much of involvement. Do I think that Monica messaged her stuff that this account was saying, and Angie K LOL'd or LMAO'd it to her, because like they show those receipts in the show? Yeah, I think that probably happened. Do I think that because Angie K is somebody that I have really liked. I did not like her last season. I didn't like her at the beginning of the season, but she is somebody that I have really learned to like throughout the season. Probably one of my favorite castmates. Do I think that she knew that this was the extent that it was going on? No. And if you watch the finale, she looks just flabbergasted. She looks just like she is so confused as to what is going on. Because I think she wanted to be a housewife. I think Monica just wanted to get one in on him. Well, you did, girl. Your goal was accomplished. And now you're going to have to answer to your kids, to everybody else for the rest of your life. You know, and she said, like, at the end, something about, like, Gossip Girl. Even Gossip Girl had to show her face at the end. Girl, Gossip Girl was fictional, okay? I knew you grew up in that era. My husband loves that show, too. It's fiction, girl. That show is fiction. It was based on books, okay? It's fiction. It's not real life of ruining people's lives, all right? Like, I don't know that it really clicks with you, which on that level makes me even think like there is something so off about Monica, that nobody even, I mean, I'm watching it, I never even clued into it before, that it's on that level is, and the way that she was looking at them when they were confronting her with this smirk on her face, just like, I got you, and I don't even care that I'm caught, was just so unbelievable to me. I just was like, this is like unreal to me. I mean, this is unreal to me, you know? So, and then when Heather said something about the fact that Jen Shaw allegedly was the one that hit her, and Monica goes, well, now you finally want to get honest. I'm like, girl, seriously? You want to talk to her about honesty? None of these women's lies, none of their lies, if they have any, compare anywhere, they pale in comparison, okay, to what you were doing on the show, to working behind the scenes, to while the show was filming, okay, to keeping up with this troll account, all right, to destroy these people's lives and come for them. Like, it's so sick on a level that you are so consumed with all these people's lives. I mean, it's baffling to me. It's unbelievable to me. Do I think that Monica deserves to be on another season? I can't believe that we're even talking about that. No. And I can tell you right now, if I were Lisa Barlow, Heather Gay, Whitney Rose, Meredith Marks, or Angie, I would never be on another season. I don't care what it cost me. I don't care. I would write a book, and I would just dog Bravo left and right if they gave Monica another chance on that show after what she's done, and they asked me to be on the same show as her. I would not film with her. Period. End of story. I would not. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.